stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. It's Monday again. It's Monday again. Here's the cards that were made for me yesterday. Happy Father's Day, Grandpa. Good morning, Leisure. Good morning, Michelle. Grandpa, you rock. We love you so much. I love coming to your house and watching movies with you and Grandma. Says the same thing. Because one daughter wrote it or one granddaughter wrote it for both of them. And then this was just Orson's, I guess that's a picture of me. So there we go. Those were my Father's Day gifts from yesterday. I don't expect gifts, actual physical gifts. The fact that they spent time, everybody hung out, had a good time. That's all I wanted. So, well, that was my first Father's Day with all my kids. First one. Nobody even, then it was only my grandkids that said Happy Father. Nobody's, because it wasn't really. So I don't think everybody, but it was new to everybody. So no expectations. No expectations. Right? I got exactly what I wanted. I got exactly what I wanted. Which was some time, a little bit of love, some hugs, smiles. Yeah. Even my kids were joking around with each other. All right. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name's Dion. I'm your host with the most. I don't think I'm the host with the most. I really don't. Depends on what the most is. Do you really want me to say that out loud, Amber? If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Amber says, "What up, White Dion?" And don't take that as racist, because it's not. Not until you know everything. Okay, here, let's take away the camera. Now, there's my name and my voice. Most people think I'm black. A lot of people think I'm black. That's why I should say that. I was just talking to a neighbor about this yesterday. He's Hispanic. All right. I'm like, yeah, I'm the only white Dion you'll ever meet. So I was born 4 hours after Jimi Hendrix died. That leads to me. Yeah. There's a lot of connections, and it's funny. No, I'm not Jimi Hendrix. People are like, what, you half black? I'm like, yeah, I'm black from the waist up. I'm Asian from the waist down. So let's not worry about it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, man. I do what I want. That's right. Leisure says, don't be a racist. Hate everyone equally. That's right. I don't hate certain people. I hate all of you. I don't. Hey, we gotta have fun. No fun, no fun. All right. Can't take everything so darn seriously. A little errand here. It is pleasant today in Colorado. The other day, everybody had their AC on. Now everybody's thinking about whether they need to turn on their heat. That is Colorado for you. All right, we are going to be, as Bill sees it, page 144. It might lead us somewhere else. I have a feeling it's not going to, though. Oh, and I get that feeling because I've done this one before, at least 7 times. Blind trust. Yeah, see, does not lead us anywhere else. But we can certainly spend a little time talking about trust today. All right. Yep, Rule 62. I brought up Rule 62 in a meeting I was just in. Because I got a little hot and heavy. And I said, don't take me too seriously. Take the program seriously. Got a little Roll 62 in there. Because I can get a little preachy sometimes. Of course, you guys didn't know anything about that, did you? It's good to see y'all. I'm starting to wonder. Last week was kind of, who knows what life is life. But that's what's great about most of my friends. Yesterday I sent, I need to 10th step this, so I'm just going to go ahead and take care of it now. Yesterday I wrote a friend asking a favor. I'm not going to bring up what the favor is because that'll blow somebody else's anonymity. And I've done a lot of stuff for this person. I've known this person since I was about 22 when they came into the program, and I helped them a lot. I've also helped them throughout the years. I thought they were my friend. They write back, I'm sorry, who is this? Your phone number is not in my phone. You know what? Fuck you. If you can't even bother to put my name in your phone number, you've told me everything that I need to know. So I lost trust. See, that one action. I mean, and I've helped. All right. And no, I'm not really expecting anything in return. But when you don't do that, I know I'm not to me, that's just almost like ignoring. Right? This was not a new phone situation. And even now, your phone stuff gets switched over in a matter of 2 fucking minutes. No, that's not what it is. This isn't a quick assumption. This is years of friendship. There would be no reason why I should not be in that person's phone. Hey, you don't show me respect, I move on. I'm just 10th stepping it. But yes, people do get new phones. I'll give that. All right, I've 10th stepped it. I'm over it. I'm going to remove them from my phone and unfriend them on Facebook because you cross a certain boundary with me. That doesn't mean I won't be polite. It does not mean that if that person asks me for help, I won't ask. Or I won't, it doesn't mean I'll refuse help or anything like that. But I'm not going to go out of my way anymore. If it's not reciprocated, I work on give and take basis. Yeah. I'm not expecting anything back when it depends on the situation. It really does. If it's a new person, I don't expect squat. But if I've known you since I was very young and I've gone out of my way to help you and, then no. Mm-mm. Now, if they ask for help, I will do what I can to help. I am. But I ain't going to chase either. No. All right. So let's get to trust. This one is called blind trust with a question mark. Blind trust? There's a lot of different types of trust. There's ways to trust. There's levels of trust. I trust that you're a human being. That's about as far as I go. That's what I trust. I trust that you're going to be a human being and you're going to make mistakes, because that helps me lead to acceptance and being able to utilize unconditional love. Oh, they fucked up. Oh no. So, right? We can't live with blame and shame and that bullshit. There's the problem and there's the solution. All right. Most surely there can be no trust where there is no love, nor can there be real love where distrust holds a malign sway. Man, a lot of big words in that one. Or just a few words, yeah. Like I know what malign is, but I don't know how it fits into this one. So there can be no trust where there is no love. I love my higher power because I can trust it. It's a different kind of love. This isn't the unconditional love I usually give out freely. My unconditional love is free, okay? But my love for other people in particular is something different, right? I love both my son and my daughter exactly just as much, but in different ways. It's weird, all right? Nor can there be real love where distrust holds its malign way. So, let's go back to the alcoholic lying time after time after time after time, right? We're over here living in a world where we think that our life is the only normal one, and that's the world that we're currently living in. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, and this is the fucked up part. We think we're being honest. We think we're being honest. We think we are doing the right thing. From our perspective, we're not doing anything wrong. That is the deep set denial in every alcoholic that keeps us from admitting the truth. It's the exact reason why by combining addiction and mental health is a very, very bad idea because alcoholics are liars. They're going to lie. So it's not really on the professionals and the diagnosis as much as it is the lying alcoholic. No. Well, how are they going to be able to trust what it is that you're saying when you're the little boy that cries wolf, right? But does trust require that we be blind to other people's motives of an deed to our own? Not at all. This would be folly. I watch people's intentions. You can say everything that you want to say, but your intentions, your actions is what I go for. I'm sure you do that with other people, including me. I talk a great fucking game, man. I can talk a great game. It doesn't mean I'm doing anything. So you see my actions, you watch my actions. That's why you trust me. You sit here and watch me admit about things that I'm wrong about here often, and that builds trust. Oh, Dion's a human too, and he fucks up and he can admit it. That's cool. I can trust that. I'm transparent. I speak clearly. I do what I can to speak clearly on what it is that I'm talking about. I try. I don't know if it always comes out that way, right? This builds trust. You see me do things all the time, putting together meetings, detoxes, wouldn't help the church yesterday. You know my actions. I tell you about what's kind of going on in my life. I don't sit here and brag about people that I help. No, I don't need to do that. Why do I need to do that if I can I don't need to sit there and brag about me helping when I could just help. Ta-da! Right? So that doesn't mean we need to be blind. Okay? Most certainly we should assess the capacity for harm as well as the capacity for good in every person that we would trust. The harm. Listen to your intuition. If it says no, fucking listen to it. Just fucking listen to it, please. I don't know how many times I went against my intuition to find out it was correct because I wanted what I wanted. And it blew up in my fucking face because I had expectations and I had everything else, you know, I had my life dreams set around this one thing or whatever. I didn't, but you understand what I'm saying. You're alcoholics. You understand everything coming out of my mouth. right? So such a private inventory can reveal the degree of confidence we should extend in any given situation. What is a private inventory? Is when I did my 10th step just a minute ago, was that a private inventory? No. Okay. That was not a private inventory. Now, if I would have written straight to Leisure or to Amber about what was going on, that would have been a private inventory. Because I trust them. What do I trust? That they're not going to go tell other people about my shit. That's what I trust. Do I need to trust more than that? In that situation, no. And how do I know that? Because I've talked to them about things before that are pretty important to me, and it has not come back around. And if somebody passes it, if they start to telephone it, it's going to come back to me eventually. I'm going to find out. I always do. I don't seek it, but it's going to happen. Yeah. They don't talk shit about other people. That's a big one. You talk shit about other people around me constantly, I'm not going to trust you. Because I already know that once we are done talking, you're going to go talk shit about me. I will be the next in line. That's how that works. That's how shit talking works. How do I know? Because I used to be that person. Because I used to be that person. Because I used to do it myself. That's why you can't bullshit a bullshit. Did you want out, bud? Come here. Meow, meow. This guy I have to be careful with. Come here. Meow. There you go. Yeah, come here. Come here. There you go. You want out a little bit? There you go. All right. No, you didn't want out? Okay, well then I'm going to shut the window, dude. All right. Give you a good kitty, huh? All right. I had kitty cat. Kitty cat. He's my oldest one. He's just old and cranky. He can't jump like he used to, and so I go out of my way to. You want some love? Okay, come here. Come here. Yeah. There you go. All right. Sit down. Sit down. Sawyer, sit. Sit down. Sit down. He usually does. I just wanted him to do on camera so people can see I'm a cat whisperer. All right. Guess I didn't know what he wanted. All right. However, this inventory needs to be taken in a spirit of understanding and love. Nothing can so much bias our judgment as negative emotion of suspicion, jealousy, or anger. I don't hang out with people like that no more. Saturday, suspicion was going on. Oh, suspicion. Somebody that was in a meeting and Zoom booted them out, and they thought that but they're going through very hard shit right now. So there's a qualification there, right? And newer in the program. Am I not welcome in the meeting? I'm like, nobody's booting you. I know because I'm the only one that can. Nobody can boot anybody. Nobody even knows how to remove anybody in that meeting. All right. It was just internet. But I understand it because my mind gets very suspicious too. It does. It gets suspicious. I've been waiting on, like when people don't call me back when they say that we're going to follow up. That's the big one for me. Because then it makes me think, what did I do? What did I do? I didn't do anything. Did I scare them? Is there some kind of fear? Was I a dick? Did I say something inappropriate? Because these are all legitimate reasons for Dion. I mean, you hear the way I talk. We started this thing out very tumultuously. Michelle says guilty. So you do it too? Yeah. There's a certain level of paranoia that comes with alcoholism, plus my PTSD and my anxiety. My brain it always thinks somebody is out to get me. And I have to remind myself, Dion, you are not that important. People have better things to do in the day than pick on Dion. They really do. And that's the truth. That's just the facts, man. If there was a fact, that would be it. All right. Even in this situation with the person I was talking about earlier, well, I don't have your phone number. And people gave me legitimate reasons as to why it would happen. If this was the first time, I wouldn't have thought anything of it. But we've known each other for a very, very long time. And I'm not bringing up everything. Am I going to be angry with them? No. Am I mad at them? No. Am I a little disappointed that I put a little bit more effort into it than I should have? Yes. Am I disappointed in them? Not particularly. No. But I also have boundaries. And if they don't want to be they don't want to be friendly or friends with me, then that's fine. They've been abused a lot in the recovery, not in AA, but in the recovery field. So I think part of what it is, they want to keep to their own. I can respect that. I will leave you alone. I will not reach out to you again. And if I say that, I guarantee I won't. No. Because guess what? I got better things to do too. All right. Right. Now, if they call me, say Dion, well, the first thing that's going to happen is what phone number is this? Just kidding. All right. So nothing can so much bias our judgment as the negative emotions of suspicion, jealousy, and anger, man. Yeah. Of course, not knowing fucks me up too. Not knowing why that person is doing this or doing that. So, and I try for the benefit of the doubt first. I really do. But when it happens 3-4 times, what that is a pattern. And patterns do not lie. They do not lie. They are always true. All right. Having vested our confidence in another person, we ought to let them know of our full support. I'll let you know if I love you and you mean something in my life, I will tell you. There'll be some kind of action. There'll be some kind of action. I will think of you directly and I will reach out. I do my best on that. I really do. There are some people that might be, I don't know, it's hard to describe. So I'm not even going to try. I'm just not going to try and describe it because I don't know how. I think it's beyond one of those things is beyond me, and that's okay. Yeah. So when it says having vested our confidence in another person, they're probably talking about the sponsor here or your closed mouth friend, right? And a closed mouth friend is what? Exactly that. A friend that keeps their damn mouth closed. Yeah. There's been times when I'm going through something with somebody and maybe I'll reach out to Amber. I'm not talking shit about that. I might start out with it, but Amber knows she knows me well enough. And I 10-step it. Well, maybe it could have been this. It might have been that. What am I doing? Well, I need to get back to that balance. I need to stop allowing other people to ruin my day for me when I'm perfectly great at doing it all by myself. Right? Yeah. Because I know this, if I 10-step with one of my friends, we're going for the solution. I know that. If I don't want the solution yet, I do not reach out to them. But when I'm ready for the solution, and that amount of time seems to be shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter, that I will reach out to somebody and say, "Hey, this is going on. How am I not seeing this correctly? What's going on with this?" Right? Maybe no, not in those words, but right. Because of this, more often than not, he will respond magnificently and far beyond our first expectations. All right. All right. Let's get to the reflection for today. And we did the right one. I must have looked up July earlier because I'm like, yep, I did. Because I'm like, and then I went to go set things up. I'm like, wait a minute. So I almost did the wrong one again today. All right. So we got a little bit of time. So I'm going to go ahead and reread kind of what we read. It's not as long. So, but just to remind us what it is that we're kind of going after. But trust does not require that we be blind to other people's motives, indeed to our own. We didn't talk about that. We didn't talk about our own motives. All right. One of the questions that I ask myself, if there are big feelings involved, is this action going to cause more confusion or harmony? I'm working through one in my head as we've been speaking. What is the best way to write this email to create harmony, even though their actions are not showing that? I'm kind of an insistent fuck, man. See, in this case, this isn't about a person being a friend. It's about getting shit done in the recovery community. So I don't have many emotions around besides let's get this shit done. I'm motivated. Let's do something. I keep asking places like Adams County, Aurora Mental Health, where do you need help? Well, we need lots of help, but they don't move to do anything. So, all right. So check your own, you got to check your own motives. Always. I always check my motives. What are my motives? Am I being selfish? Am I being unselfish? What kind of selfish am I being? Is this a good selfish? Is it a healthy one? Is it God's will? Did you talk to God yet? Well, no. Well, then why are you calling me? Go to God first. You got to ask God for direction, and then you talk to his children. That has been my experience. So, not at all, this would be folly. Most certainly, we should assess the capacity for harm as well as the capacity for good in every person that we would trust. Such a private inventory can reveal the degree of confidence we should extend in any given situation. And they took from all three paragraphs of that one. Now, what about this one, this part right here? Most certainly, we should assess the capacity for harm as well as the capability for good in every person that we should trust. That means you need to know how dangerous you are first. You're not going to recognize it in other people till you know how dangerous you are. And then what do you do with that dangerous? You pull it back for the good of everybody else. I do it every day. You do it every day. You know how dangerous you are, but yet you pull it back every day for the benefit so that you don't end up in jail. That's a good benefit. No jail time's a great benefit. All right. So here comes the personal, I don't know who writes these, but they do. I think it's just different. They do I don't know how they get it done. What the fuck am I talking about? It'd be cool to know how they did get the daily reflection done though. So anyway, I'm not a victim of others, but rather a victim of my expectation, choices, and dishonesty. Nope. I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim in any fucking form. No, I do not play that role anymore. I'm also not a victim of my expectations, choices, and dishonesty. No, I work through those. Sorry, I will not go for victimhood. I did it too much in my fucking life. What am I going to, the question is, what am I going to do about it? All right. But I do hear what they're saying because I used to do that. I used to be a victimhood of my own expectation, choices, and dishonesty. My life's not like that anymore. So it does change. I want you to know that. But in the beginning, that's what it's like because you don't know any better. So, all right. When I expect others to be what I want them to be and not who they are, when they fail to meet my expectations, I am hurt. Let's talk about kids and the dishes in the kitchen because we all had that problem. All right. I used to just fucking let it get to me. One day my mom talked to me about it. She said, Dion, you know, when it comes to cleaning the kitchen, you're like numero uno. She's like, the reason that I always wanted you to do dishes because you clean the kitchen correctly. I love the way you kept my kitchen. It was awesome. You did great. But you need to be okay with 80%. Your kids are not going to clean like you. They're not going to do it. They didn't grow up in the same household as I did. I've been doing dishes and cleaning the kitchen since I was 7, 8 years old. By hand, right? I don't even need to think while doing dishes. I do our dishes once a week because we're downstairs. We on, right? Takes me about 15 minutes. I just have a system down. Part of that system is get the fuck out of my way. You're going to fuck with my system. If you want to dry, go for it. So I had to be okay with 80%. And that is what I worked off for years. This weekend I went upstairs. The kitchen was clean to dad's specifications. What the fuck? See, they're learning. They're getting that rhythm down. They're understanding it. But if I would have harped and nagged and said, you need to do it my way, you need to do it, then it would have never, ever happened. And it is not quite to dad's specifications. I would give it 95%. They lost 5% because they didn't clean the outside of the fridge. See, I'm very specific. So, but that, right? Otherwise, what would I be? A victim of dishes? But when you got so many problems going on, that in and of itself will add to the problem. Okay. When they fail to meet my expectations, I am hurt. This is a setup. Quit setting yourself up to fail and set yourself up to succeed. Switch to the 80% and you'll have success. There we go. All right. You might even need to do that with your husbands. Yesterday, there's an extra microphone. It's the one that you walk around in the church so people can talk, right? It's they call it a wireless microphone. How about that? Now you know what I'm talking about. I couldn't find it. Right? It was supposed to be in this drawer. Well, I looked in every drawer but that drawer, just so you know. And I went to Pastor Marcia and I said, do you know where the extra microphone is? I can't find it. She's like, it's in that drawer. I'm like a man. I feel like a man looking for ketchup at the moment. I can't find it. Right? And they all got it because their man's always looking for the ketchup and it's right in front of them. Happens to me all the time. All right. And we try and find that ketchup. We really do. We looked everywhere. All right. When my choices are based on self-centeredness, I find I am lonely and distrustful. Why am I distrustful? Because I can't even trust myself. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, you know I'm going to say on that, everything starts with me. Everything starts with me. That's not a conceited thing. What I'm saying is if I want happiness, if I want trust, if I want respect, if I want these things in my life, I must be doing it for myself first, or nobody else is going to jump in or jump on that, whatever it is, right? They're not. If I don't trust me, how could you trust me? You don't even trust yourself. How am I supposed to trust you? So, what do we go back to? I trust that I am a human being and that I'm going to make mistakes. There we go. Now I got somewhere to start. Now I got somewhere to at least start on my road. All right. That's how it worked for me. Do I trust myself? I do. What do I trust? My intuition. I trust myself because my will is in line with God's. Do I trust myself 100% of the time? No. No, I do not. And that's when this will come up. I shouldn't go because I don't think I'm going to be able to keep my mouth shut. Am I going to cause more confusion than harmony? If I'm being honest with you, I'm going there to cause confusion. I shouldn't go. I can trust that intuition. But what I don't trust is me showing up and me being able to keep my mouth shut. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to be perfect in everything. Now, maybe that helps me decide, you know what? Then I'm not going to go and act like a dick. So instead, now we can 10th step that with somebody. And the answer is probably going to be, well, what can you do to make it better? What can I do? Now your intentions have changed. And then we go back. Am I going to cause more confusion than harmony? I'm going to cause harmony. Great. I can go now. Now I trust it. There we go. So it can be used to get there. But you got to be honest with yourself. No, I'm just too mad. I can't even get to a place of willingness at the moment. I'm not sure that this is a good idea. All right. I gain confidence in myself, however, when I practice honesty in all my affairs. They're correct. We just talked about it. When I search my motives and I am honest and trusting, I am aware of the capacity for harm in situations, and it can avoid those that are harmful. I promise I didn't read forward. That's just the answer. The answer for everybody. So I'm not psychic. I am psycho. That's what I used to say. I'm not psycho anymore. As much. Been a long time since I went psycho. All right. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great Monday. Got to follow up with my psychiatrist today. We tried the Adderall. I threw it away about a week ago. You know, so we're gonna look at other options for my ADHD. Yeah, that was too much. I mean, and it fucked me up for a while too. Not because it was still in me. It's just it threw everything off for me. So I got therapy tomorrow. Yay, therapy. All right. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. You know I do. Peace out.